I'm kind of sick, so yeah, we're gonna see where this is going to go. So here we are once again. Welcome back. This is the second week of this short podcast that I'm having right here, and I'm gonna cut to the chase. I don't wanna keep yapping more than the usual right here, and I'm gonna start with the first topic, I guess, because it's been a wild one to be honest. Today we just had some weird incident where someone basically broke to our neighbor's apartment, and the person that broke into the apartment was the landlord or landlady, whatever you want to call her, and she just took his all of the whatever furniture things that he had there, and she just stockpiled them in the staircase. She just blocked that out, and yeah, she changed the lock, and she all of that basically broke into someone's house. And yeah, we've been dealing with that and trying to find some solution with this crazy maniac woman, which by the way, she is not supposed to be renting that apartment. It is illegal to do it because of some laws or whatever. I don't want to get into that, but that's been a wild thing that happened today. But that aside, I like to keep on my micro world instead of focusing on the micro one or the bigger one because I have enough problems of my own. As I spoke of in the previous entry, I talked about the scheduling or time management or whatever you want to call it. Uh, there are two problems with that. Is one that I have too much on my plate, and the second is the one that I'm suffering from the most right now, which is sleep schedule. I completely messed that up because again I kind of turn into a fiend whenever I discover a new thing, and this new thing was Dragon Dogma, and how it kind of had some sort of solution to the problem that I had with Breath of the Wild, with the locations that you explore, the dungeons, and the fact that you cannot climb in this like semi-open world that you have here. You cannot climb. You need to go around the area instead of just you have a mountain, you climb it instead of trying to work around that obstacle. And it can be just sometimes just a giant rock that you have to go around. So I've been feeling over there, trying to study the design, and by studying I don't mean just playing the game and studying it, because that is very important. You need to I don't like to make comparison to drugs, but you need to test your product before you put it in the market basically. You need to play games so you get the feel of them, but at the same time you need to study other games, adjacent games like it in genre, and if you can find any development document or talks like GDC and so on, because the area that I want to develop or further expand on is the area of interactivity, and that is what I've been wasting a lot of time, not wasting but wasting at the same time, because there's only so much that you need, and a lot of it was tracing ground that I've already been to, so it was a waste of time, in addition to the bigger problem, which is messing up my sleep schedule. With now I don't know where exactly to sleep and when to wake up and what kind of things to work on, because I used to have this timeline of like having 2 hours of this, 3 hours of that, 4 hours of this, half hour of that, and you go to sleep. You sleep 7 hours, you wake up, you repeat the same thing, and that kind of got the ball rolling where I get some work done. But now that I don't sleep at 7 or 8 as I have previously scheduled, I sometimes sleep even up until like 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So that is a problem that I need to seek some sort of solution for, because I don't know honestly how to solve it. In addition to me being sick, so I can't even like pull the all-nighters as I used to do before I get sick, because my body feels heavy. I feel so tired and exhausted. I don't have energy. I don't know if I'm using this as an excuse, but yeah, it doesn't calculate. But I will bounce back soon enough because I don't like the way that it is going, and I need to like get as much out of my hand as possible because there are a lot of things that I need to study. One of them is going back to graphic design and fonts because I've been trying to manage the kind of graphic style of this podcast, like the thumbnail and the overlays that I want to have over the gameplay or the sketching videos that I will put on, like the timeline of the previous one was hideously put up. But I needed to do that because I had a deadline, so I needed to meet it. Because that is the best way to organize your life is to have deadlines. So you gotta do whatever needs to be done to meet that deadline. So yeah, that aside, I actually watched an anime, or when I say watch an anime, I mean just checked a couple of episodes. I think four were the episode. It was that Kuro anime. I forgot what the full name was, but it was something that I watched in my childhood, and right now I went back and revisited. Uh, Let me get the full name of the anime if someone wants to check it, even though I think I will put it on the screen, but uh, the anime's name is called actually Kororo's, or sorry, Keroro Ganso is the name of the anime, or General Frog. Uh, Not Frog, because I think Frog has another name, but Keroro is the a play on the word Kero, which is the sound that the frogs make. So Kero Kero is the sound of frogs. The way that you write it in like the sound effects of manga or whatever. It is a pretty cool anime, and I witnessed a lot of stuff that I really was wondering about. Why I don't see it in a lot of animes, and why is it always nostalgic? First of all, animes like these that are pretty influential and from the Kodomo genre, because the Kodomo means a child. So these are animes that influence anime creators from the way the designs are made, characters are written, and their personalities to the small gags here and there. Because I saw a lot of gags that they made with like their facial expressions or whatever that you see it referenced in a lot of other animes, but I don't know how to give an example for that, but it is pretty diluted. This is like the spirit, and the other one is mixed, if that makes any sense. The other thing is, which is what I talked about regarding nostalgia or whatever, is I see that a lot of animes do not have change in time or scenery or whatever you want to call it. It's the setting. It's always during the day at school. So in this one, from what I remember from stuff that I watched in childhood, because I still need to actually watch it and analyze it from my sophisticated adult lens, if you will. But there is this setting that is set at the afternoon, like almost sunset, and during the night. There are day scenes, obviously, but this setting of the afternoon or beyond the afternoon, I think. I don't know what to call it exactly, but it is the orange glow. It is like if you play San Andreas, that orange bloom that you get in there, it is exclusive to the PlayStation 2. It is exactly like that. So that's what is it exactly that time, and why is it there? So from my thinking and analyzing, I came up with a hypothesis is the time that the anime aired. So since we said that the anime is from the Kodomo genre, which is for kids, that will be the time that kids leave their school and they will come back home and watch the anime. At the same time, when the anime starts, it is the kids coming back from school. And it is exactly at the same time, which is like, I don't know, 4 p.m. or something like that, where the sun starts setting and you start seeing that orangish glow. So this is the first episode, by the way. Other episodes have other times and so on. But this exact thing right here, this the events of the first episode, kind of convinced me of this hypothesis being real, because in a lot of other shows that have this similar setting going on with them, a lot of them are also either shonen or kodomo type of shows. They are appealing to the kids. So after you come back from school, you're gonna see also the anime characters coming back from school. So it is kind of the same thing going on. And I don't know, I might be talking out of my ass right here, but it is something to look for in future animes that I watch. Like something that I am planning to watch. A lot of the old 90s anime, especially the TV ones, like Sailor Moon and a bunch of others. And yeah, we'll see if my hypothesis theory still holds up. But leaving that aside, we're gonna move on to the games. Yeah, the games. As I said before, I try to play 2 hours a day of gaming, and today I actually decided to take a break from playing Dragon Dogma Dark Arisen, or Arisen as Mercedes or Casca calls you. But yeah, I was playing The Witcher Wild Hunt, the third entry of this so-called amazing series. I did not like it. I went back to it because I said that I've played it long time ago, and now that I came back to it, uh, I don't know. I've played like about 4 hours now, uh, in total, and I'm not convinced about the game. The game is almost like a half baked combat or action game, and the other half is a visual novel where you talk to people, a lot of cutscenes, which are justified for an RPG, but I thought I came here for an action game, and for the side quests, uh, I so far I don't like them. I didn't nothing kind of grabbed my interest other than an old one that I already experienced of this guy that kind of asks you to help him about a wagon or something that he have lost, and you go try to retrieve that only to learn that he is the actual one that killed those people and stole their shit, and you are basically helping him steal what's left or something like that. I didn't do it this time. I ignored him because I know already what's going on. I don't want to chase him and so on. So yeah, I don't like the game, but I'm gonna stick with it because I don't want to say that I don't like the game and just leave it at that. I want to just put up with it at least until I see the romance options, because I'm already choosing Yennefer over the red-headed one, even though that people say that there is some sort of competition between the two and it's a hard choice. But yeah, I am already set. I am already settled on my choice right here. But yeah, the other thing is that we play with the Siri, and I don't know here where the kind of I don't know what to call it exactly, but the amateurish uh, side of CD Project or Project, whatever they call it, shows with the awkward running cycle of Siri. It looks very weird. I don't know. It's very amateurish compared to the stuff that they're gonna release after, like the professionally made AAA game Cyberpunk 2077, which needs I don't know how to describe the PC that you need to run Cyberpunk, but you need a big PC, a beefy PC. But yeah, Cyberpunk aside, The Witcher 3 still haven't grabbed me yet, and I'm still beginner at it because even in the combat, I am still not that good or proficient at it. Next times that I will play it, I will try to explore more and see what the world have to offer, because one thing that I notice here is the same thing that I keep doing the comparisons with Breath of the Wild, is that Breath of the Wild have an open world, which is an open air, as they call the concept, which is just go wherever you want to. Dragon Dogma have optional areas, if you will. There are a bunch of, it's like the design of a dungeon. You have corridors that leads you to rooms, and those rooms you can do whatever you want there. They might be like a room, might be like a puzzle or a maze. and it will lead you to another corridor that will take you to another room, and so on. So that is the kind of design that I see this as. Uh, with The Witcher, it seems that they have something like Bloodborne, where you have your starter London British typical alleyways, and then you can teleport or use those gravestones to go to another area. And once you finish from there, you can go up to the hub and then go to another area. Here you actually use your map to go from in between big maps that you can explore. But once you finish, you have to use the map, or at least that's what I saw. Maybe you can transition between those areas seamlessly, but I don't think it is, because I tried to check the map and the map seems to have edges. It doesn't continue to, for example, the tutorial village from chapter 1. So yeah, it is interesting so far, but it is pretty, I don't know, sluggish to get through. Maybe it is just the beginning and it will open up afterwards, where I will have a lot of random encounters and battles and so on. But for now, it is pretty boring, and I'm gonna leave it at that until I experience some more. So, with that said, thank you all for listening, and as always, make sure to have yourselves a damn good one.